Back to the game 2 of the finals of the EU qualifiers for StarLadder. It's Penta versus Team Kinguin, and Team Kinguin is up 1 game after a pretty exciting back and forth game featuring a Brewmother that started things off really well for Team Kinguin. I am Luminous, joined by Steven, or Aos and Dota, and this is game 2. Penta picks up themselves the Brewmaster, and we're going to see Team Kinguin play the AA again. Last time they played it, it was really nice, featuring a Kaya as the first item for AA.
The classic ice opening, AA Tusk. I think Tusk has been... Was Tusk like banned out like every single game, by the way?
I don't think every single game, but he is definitely a top ban these days.
Yeah. Very understandable. This hero is actually so good. But we'll have to see if they have what it takes to shut down a Brewmaster. Right now, actually, both these supports are really good for dealing with Brewmaster. You can pretty much blow them up instantly with both of these supports as a setup. You just need like a little bit more damage.
Really? I think that they really lack the control, right? If he could split, then... I mean, I guess Tusk has a lot, but apart from that...
I mean, the Tusk alone is like all you need to blow him up. But now that there's a Winter Wyvern, you need to basically do magic damage to kill him if you want to try that route. And it has to be from range too, otherwise Winter Wyvern's just going to curse you.
This already seems like a very obnoxious lineup to fight into. Like, you have to deal with Curse and Brew Split.
Yeah. I mean, both sides are. Both sides are really annoying to deal with right now.
I feel like this is what Dota 2 has become. Like, you go from one patch where there's like obnoxious Veno, Viper, Necro, to Brewmaster, Wyvern, Bane. I still think that this is better than the old patch, though.
I think I can agree with that.
Don't forget about Lich in that last patch.
Oh yeah, that too. I'm not a fan of the not a fan of Venomancer.
Alright. CK and Lycan being banned now. A lot of these are pretty classic Oliver heroes. And we can see a third pick, Pugna. Alright, this is not something we've seen. Pugna, at least in the EU scene, I think it's ran in the off lane.
I told you, dude. The magic burst, it's coming.
Alright.
They're gonna blow people up. Like Cold Embrace, not gonna save you.
Oh,
the counter to Magic Amp. Damage reduction from the boat.
I mean, the way I'm seeing it is that Pugna ward is gonna get destroyed pretty easily by both Wyvern and Brewmaster split. So
I think Brew Split is definitely like good for it, but Wyvern actually doesn't do that well against the ward in specific locations.
Why not? You just Arctic Burn.
Because even with Arctic Burn, like the range isn't exactly close enough that you're gonna be in a safe location. So like if you're like in the bottom lane, for example, and it's hidden in the trees, then like your angle of entry is still gonna be like really close to where people are gonna be. Does that make sense? Plus your attack speed sucks.
No, when you Arctic Burn, your attack speed is actually decent.
Well, let's see what they. I think they need a carry that actually has like a bit of magic damage too. Maybe they go back to Luna. I think Luna is actually pretty good.
Do you think Luna counters Brewmaster or the other way around? Or is it kind of, they're just kind of good against each other?
They're kind of good against each other. I mean, if you let a Brew split and you get Cyclone, I mean, that's like...
It just comes down to whether you could prevent him to split or not, right? That's the ultimate factor.
Well, I mean, the thing is, it depends on what stage of the game it is at, too. Like, let's say you can't stop him from splitting, but, you know, you're at that stage of the game where you have BKB and enough damage to just glaive his entire, or glaive all of his splits down, you know?
Ooh, we've seen this one before. AM to counterpick the Medusa. I mean, AM against Pugna is pretty decent as well. He has such a big mana pool.
Radiant team ban.
Well, I've actually yet to see a anti-mage succeed in beating a Medusa in a program at least.
I mean, he's supposedly the counter,
10
right?
seconds remaining.
Yeah, it's supposed to be.
5 seconds
I mean, the thing
remaining.
is, he has much better setup this time, so maybe that'll be the answer he needs to actually hit the Medusa. Because the nice thing is, like, for an anti-mage, like, let's say for example the Winter Wyvern curses Medusa for whatever reason, or curses someone next to Medusa, anti-mage can actually go in and then burn all of her mana, right? Like, you know, she's not gonna take damage, but she still loses mana, and that like sets him up for a big mana void, for example, after the curse ends.
Although what
he
generally
actually
does
has a way.
happen is if you curse somebody next to Dusa, Dusa just kills her in like
Kills-
half a
yeah,
second.
Exactly.
So I don't know
So
how.
it really depends on who it is.
Yeah.
Alternatively, you know, you can just curse the Medusa and just like watch her stand there for a bit.
I mean, Palna Decrep is actually could be like pretty good at protecting whoever that gets focused. So who's the carry here, or who's the mid here rather? Kunkka mid again?
He might be Kunkaman.
What a timeline we live in! 2 Kunkka mid game in one day. Yeah, it is Kunkka mid. Kunkka mid, I think, pretty decent against Medusa. Although, you see that you could actually put Medusa in the safe lane if you want.
All I'm gonna say is Oliver is not playing his Radiance heroes.
Can you Ursa here? There's so many melee cores. Or is like that pretty bad against Brewmaster Drunken Haze? That seems pretty bad.
It's actually not that bad.
The lanes are
Because,
going to be
I mean,
really good.
The thing is, you know, Drunken Haze does definitely like is annoying to deal with, but it's not that bad against an Ursa, because if you miss, you don't lose a charge of your overpower.
Oh, so you just attack super fast regardless.
You still attack super fast until it's over. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's not like super terrible.
And you can pop your ult, you know, to debuff it if you want.
Ursa is actually not that bad here, but they probably want to. I still think like something like Venge is better here. I would really like to see a Venge.
Oh, I was thinking of putting Dusa in the safe lane and then something mid to punish that Kunkka pick. And Ursa is just like the ultimate
that's what
melee
you
punish.
mean.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh,
So he would be good for the lane, good for like pressuring Roche.
no, I definitely agree with that. It's actually not bad.
Gonna go back with the Prophet. So this is a lineup that Kinguin has ran. This is like a straight up death ball once again. And the question is, will Prophet be the mid laner, or will he be the safe lane this time?
Probably safely. I really the reason why I wanted to I would have preferred seeing the Venge is because I think you can actually overpower the Penta tri-lane, like for like anti-mage ET and Wyvern. I think you can actually beat that with a Tusk Venge AA. Like if anyone's out of position, right, you just stun shard them and Chilling Touch is just going to do too much damage. So, but I mean at the same time they can probably still do the same thing
10
with
seconds
a Pugma.
remaining.
So Boogie is the one who's playing
Oh, they swapped.
Brewmaster.
Mid ET? No, they swapped again.
Oh, mid ET.
Off mid Brewmaster?
Wait, Boogie is their mid player. He played Timber last game, right?
No, Boogie's normally the off lane.
Off laner, right? Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
he put Timber mid because of the Brood matchup. Mid Brewmaster. I mean, Medusa would love to see that.
Would she? Isn't he just gonna Drunken Hazer until she misses everything?
Oh, that is true, huh? I was thinking more Mystic Snake's good, but yeah, Drunken Haze is... Alright. Time for a pause.
Well, I'd actually still would much prefer Venge personally.
Ooh, it's the least likely candidate of all. It's anti-mage mid. Right, everyone else has bot tangos. Except AM.
Mm.
A little spicy. Okay, I see you there. We've been seeing a lot of fewer melee mids now that PMS is not a thing. You can just low your way to tanking it up.
Wonder why anti-mage mid though. Maybe they just feel like they can protect them from the mid lane a little better. I think they're expecting a lot of pressure from this, from the Kinguin lineup, because they do have Nature's Prophet and Tusk, which is really good for like early game pressure. It's probably why they're putting anti-mage mid, so he doesn't actually have to deal with it.
Alright guys, this could be the final game here. It's a best of 3 series between Kinguin and PENTA. And Kinguin is up 1 game. If they win this one, they are qualified as your EU representative for the StarLadder.
This never gets old to me. This boots first Pugna. 375 movement speed.
Do you think the offlane Pugna is good?
I think it's actually pretty good. I've seen quite a few people play it. I've watched Forev do it as well.
Alright. What's
Yeah,
the goal there? To pressure people? To get farmed? To not die?
They it's kind of like the old Broodmother. You know, if you just leave her alone, she's just gonna destroy your safe lane.
Okay.
So this is like that lane pusher,
30 seconds.
very able to farm quickly. Not that hard, not that easy to get killed as well. Like you move so fast, and just like I think the big thing is just the overall utility you can provide as a Pugna.
Oh god, Nisha is so trapped in here. He could cut this tree out and walk. He does. But he is in a lot of trouble.
Oh, they give it a last hit.
I mean, this spot is very good for breaking smoke on paper, but you gotta have vision for him to see the smoke being broken. And looks like Patos is gonna get the 2 boundary rune on the bottom side. Did it have the skill to crep?
No, it is brew mid. It's this is an off lane anti mage.
With share tangles. That is next level. Alright. We'll see how things pay out. The fact that he got first blood, really nice.
I mean, he parried himself out items again,
Okay.
but he needs space. He doesn't have any space.
I don't know. I don't think that's a good lane for this AM. He's gonna just get hit by uh-oh. RMN forced to fly away.
Wait, Oliver, you left your TP. What?
Did he drop it on the ground? Oh, he's right here.
Yeah. Oh, he's gonna see it. And he's gonna go get it. And then he got frozen for it.
Oh, this lane. I shard again, and this time
Oh,
RMM can't
this is-
fly, and that is gonna be a first blood. Or rather, a secondary kill. Nisha getting a little bit blocked in right here. Uh-oh, this could be bad. Now they change focus on Kotzler. Nisha barely survives that engagement, but has a lot of tangles left. Torrent, that's gonna hit on Nisha. Oliver with the mana break doing quite a bit of work. And
No,
now
I think that was a kill if Wyvern actually had his Arctic Burn, but it just came off cooldown as they were near the tower. So
man, Arctic Burn cooldown was so long.
it is so long. At level 1.
Keep nerfing that spell.
we
Feels
go.
bad.
We got 1 hit with it. 50 seconds for this. 1 hit.
I mean, if you look at it from that perspective, like Wyvern's actually such a bad hero early on. But people pick him for that Arctic Burn harass.
Oh, Oliver looks extremely dead, even with the
Oh.
cold embrace. Nah, he's not gonna. There's no way.
Oh, yo, that almost did it. Bottom side Boogie, all with the briefcase, smacking him hard. The crep. Oh, low jukes. TP coming in, and suddenly Boogie in a lot of trouble. That blast is gonna hit. Now Juke's away. Oh no!
That hit.
That how did that hit? That's so
What?
unfair. He's gonna punch Eliza too. Eliza, you need to get the hell out of there.
Wait, no, wait.
Wait, are you sure?
Alright, that was broken. How did he hit that?
Yeah, that was some next level range. One by one they come. Oh, the body block, nice, nice. But what? How did he just walk out of the trees?
No. He had a tango. He tangoed up.
No, he made treants to block him.
Oh, that's what you mean.
Yeah.
No, I mean, he couldn't have kept the block.
Dude, Boogie been hitting the gym. That's some slim ass legs. And now picks a bottle for full regen. This is some BS on the bottom side.
I cannot believe that stomp hit. I was like...
I thought he would juke away perfectly, and then he's gonna turn on him. Oh man, that was some straight up man mode though. I like that. Go get him. It turns out 375 MS not enough.
Well, Elder Titan with the Astral Spirit is 390, so you can't outrun him. This is actually so good for his lane too. Like he picked up the bottle, so
Yep, he's gonna get
double
you.
bounty rune.
He's gonna get all of these runes. DNZ has the X-Torn build up. Oh, there's a regen too. Is he gonna check for it? Oh my god. I've heard a lot of players talk about like whether you should get bottle and check for the runes in a straight up 1v1 because yeah, he got all the runes and stuff, but you do lose a lot of pressure on the map and farm because you just let the other player just have a free lane for a while.
I mean, that was definitely worth it though. He's like fully healed up, found a regen, and ended up getting mid lane.
Oh, the block's coming in the mid lane here. Arc gonna go down here. Kinguin picks up a double.
Yeah, they're done with messing with Boogie. They're just like, alright, let's just let him do his thing. Go hit other lanes. Because right now, ET is like their only saving grace. This anti-mage is barely getting anything in the off lane. Mid lane, not doing that well either. Like, Exotic Deer is almost level 6, and Arc is about to hit 5.
When you say that though, they're teleporting back. Oh, it looks like he's just a straight up lane switch. Lane switch into a gank. No, Patos is way too fast. Ping him out. DNZ's gonna get off the X. Oh, well, that's a kill, right? Give him that briefcase stomp. Bang.
Yeah, they're trying to give him as many kills as possible because he's still behind. Well, and with that one kill, he's only 100 gold behind the Medusa now. Well, taking a look at the supports, looks like everyone is around level 3 right now, so not going to see any ultimates from the supports for a while.
AA switched up his build. In the last game we saw him in. Oh, nice body block. Ooh, the roll. And the sprout. And the body blocks. Nice kill. Yeah, AA switched up his build quite a bit. Remember the last time we saw him, he had no Kofi at all. I guess this game he was comboing out with ice shards.
I think the thing, well, the more important thing, the more important thing is that there's, one, they're set up for it, and two, they actually need it for the anti-mage. Like last time, they were against, yeah, the matchup, like, they didn't actually need it, right? They were against a bad rider, so. And Boogie is going to go down up here. Another nice setup, there you go. Cold feet, sprout, easy kill.
And then he immediately buys a Quelling Blade after he dies. Like, no more of that. Honestly, should have had a Quelling Blade. He was, like, kind of solo farming, right, in the lane. Against Pugna anyways.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Bottom lane, trying to gank Patos, but
Radiant's top tower.
375.
I mean, doesn't
Yes,
matter if you have
so.
375. If you get X, you die.
But wait, Decrep, 14 wand charges?
Yeah, he's fine. That body block was suspect.
Now he goes and sucks a creep. No, he's gonna just
Use the shrine, dude. Solo shrine. Penta going for 2 bottles. That is super rare these days.
Oh.
Oh, briefcase man.
Trouble.
Briefcase man's gonna get turned on here. But he's got the Quelling Blade, he's fine now. So we got a very slow game, and Kinguin is doing quite okay in the laning stage, despite giving up the first blood. And, you know, last time we've seen this kind of start from Kinguin, they ended the game in 20 minutes. Do you think things are quite different in this game based on the heroes?
I think so. I think like the Penta side is like, you know, they have a really good draft around their anti-mage. Like they can delay for him, they can defend high ground for him. So they might be able to buy him the time he needs to get to that, you know, 6-slotted unstoppable anti-mage phase.
And I think Brewmaster in particular is just pretty hard to push into, because you have a bad fight, you're trying to run, then you lose a bunch of heroes. Wyvern also pretty good at killing the creeps and stuff. But then there's also this Pugna. And that will bring down your towers quite fast.
Patos in a bit of trouble here. Does connect. Yeah, he is dead.
Mana Void time. Oh, they're actually gonna port and fight this. Oh my god, Patos still alive. Big Mana Void if you want it. Patos juking away. How? Okay, he finally dies. And RMN might be fine as well. He's gonna port away. Roll on the Anti-Mage. Anti-Mage is out of mana at this point, but has a full magic wand, so he should be okay. So everybody rotates in from Kinguin, and nothing happens. No kills. It looks like they're unable to push as well. Oliver is gonna just TP to the shrine and farm top lane instead.
Yeah, and more importantly, the mid lane is, you know, unattended, so gets in a bit of damage as well. Oh, Invis TP. Let's see where Brewmaster is gonna go with this one.
DNZ.
They find Patos at bottom. And no way.
Oh my god, that crit. It looks like Kunkka was able to run away from that engagement. Top lane. Oh, interesting build here from Wyvern. Maxes out the Arctic Burn.
Yeah, I actually really like this build. It makes it so that you're more, you know, ready to fight at all times. Because, like, a lot of the times you see people, they end up going, like, you know, 1-3-1, for example. And it just makes your Arctic Burn so useless because it's 50-second cooldown. Like, you can use it once and then never again.
Yeah, with the way that Ice Rock has changed, I mean, the scaling of Arctic Burn is actually really nice. Once you put more points, once you put more points into it to max it out, it's quite good. But the trade-off is, you know, if it's a farming type of game, then you definitely want Splinter Blast. So, and this is looking like a farming type of game instead of a fighting one. And the worry for a Wyvern putting so many points into Arctic Burn is that you might just be like level 8, you know, when the pushes come.
Oh, bottom lane. Force a split. Are they able to get anything else out of this? Stomp.
They get Tusk. Looks like mid lane, it was a 1-for-1 trade here as well. They get the Wyvern. And now they're gonna push right into it.
I think they're much more happy with this. Because they're standing right in front of the tower. And the Bruce Split was used.
Yep, so that means they could even get more towers. If they want.
Well, he's almost here, making his way in. And start blasting away. He's gonna work towards Kaya first item. Oh.
Committing really hard for illusion. There's a nice crep here. Setting up. Oh, the snowball save! Everything being dodged, but they're rolling into a tier 1. Ice Blast being set up as well. It's a bait! It's a trap! The Ice Blast gonna hit on everybody! Arc in a lot of trouble. Oh, the suck on the backline giving them low HP. The Winter Splinter Blast gonna actually set up a kill there. So all of that spell usage for 1 kill, but they did get the tier 1. And meanwhile, Anti-Mage is getting quite a bit of free farm time. Battle Fury finish.
Yeah, he recovered really nicely. You know, he didn't have the best time in lane, but still manages to finish his Battle Fury at about 13 minutes, so not too shabby.
Dire's top
You know,
tower
Nisha
is under
gonna
attack.
go for that standard ancient farm.
Is under attack.
Dragonlance online as well.
Yeah, this is all you need. Mask of Madness, Phase, Aquila, and Dragonlance. And then you are Medusa.
Radiant's bottom tower is
So
under
despite having all of these kind of pushing hero like
attack. Scanning.
the Pugna as well as the Prophet, they haven't really actually taken too many towers. I think that's more credit to Penta. They've really defended very well. Mid lane rolling in against DNZ. No Sprout here. And that should be a kill. Katsor though, gonna get clapped up, and now everybody's showing up against Exotic. They're trying to sprout himself in. Now the split's gonna go off in the last second. Boogie's gonna survive as a result. Nisha's gonna get control. Nisha's gonna try to fight these Grooslings. And they're gonna stun them up for a little bit longer. Okay. Boogie
Radiant's
coming with a clap. Everyone blinks away. Very low HP. Ice Blast though. I think they've seen that one. And he is all okay. Another brew split use. At the meantime, I think Patos took the tier 1 bottom, so pretty good there.
See, this is the Pugna's job. You know, everyone does their own thing, and then you know, this is while it's still early on in the game, he just runs down lanes and spams blast.
Prophet showing up here as well. DNZ trying to cut people off. Does have access into Bolt now. Coming from the backline. X, Torrent, Bolt. Everything flying out against Prophet. The life drain though for DNZ. DNZ's gonna get brought down. Exotic there. Nice to crap here, keeping him alive, but the clap should take him dead. Earth Splitter's gonna be there. They will get one, and will get a second. Boogie's gonna pop the drums. Self-decrep here on Patos. No! Dusa shows up on the backline, chopping dead. Arc blinks in. Keep in mind that he does not have split. Winter's Curse gonna be there, and Patos gonna just go down. What a great curse. 2 for 2 trade. But Penta getting both the cores, I think that's a victory for them.
Yeah, while this was happening, Tusk was fighting up against the anti-mage as well as the Wyvern before he TP'd down, so they're gonna be able to protect their top tier 1 at least.
Anti-mage constantly taking farm away from the Radiant jungle. Or Dire jungle.
It's the place to be.
They don't exactly have the best ganking squad to send against the AM. So I feel like he could get away doing this. And now Dusa walks in, be like, where's my creeps? Feels bad.
I think they're kind of okay with this, though. They probably just don't mind. They'll be happy to take a late game fight with this Penta lineup, I guess. They're just gonna focus on their own farm. Medusa though might be in a bit of trouble here. He's gonna walk into the whole team.
Trying to get off that Stone Gaze, but no mana here. Ice Blast gonna fly in, but
He actually even got blocked by his own Tusk shards. Let's see, does he have a target to snowball to?
nah, it's fine. Meanwhile, Pugna, bottom lane, blasting away.
bottom tower is under attack. Dire's top tower is under attack.
Yeah. Now he's up top. They want to find something here.
No, Sprout.
Oh, he just blinked.
Yep.
He's gonna
Oh, but he
pass
just blinks away. He should be fine.
Dire's
My
top
shatter,
tower is
it's
under
gonna be
attack.
close. Barely survives, and he'll TP home. I mean, this AM is being really
Dire's
annoying.
middle tower is under attack.
Farms all the creeps from Kinguin's jungle. They can't kill him. And they're, you know, forcing way too much reaction from Kinguin.
Medusa does have a Hurricane Pike now, though. So he's gonna help her a lot in these engages.
Bounty.
Medusa is such a relaxing hero to play, in my opinion.
I mean, you just hit creeps half the time,
Yeah.
and your team stacks for you. So the only challenge that Medusa ever faces is the Ancient Prowler camp. It's like, oh god, I gotta actually kite a little bit here. Anti-Mage keeping very competitive net worth. In fact, I expect him to surpass Medusa very soon.
Dire's top
I
tower
feel like
is under
he's
attack.
just being a little bit more
Dire's
efficient than the
structures
Medusa.
are fortified.
Now it looks like Kinguin is ready to take a fight up top, but there's no fight to be had. So just to remind you guys, Primal Split's gonna be there, but ooh, what a good Orchid. And that's gonna be a clean kill. Very nicely done. I was gonna say Kinguin choked game number 1 by this point against DD with the Medusa lineup, and this is looking to be a very different pacing of a game. Penta playing much better early on and basically stopping a lot of Kinguin's offense.
It's definitely the draft for me at least. The draft actually like is able to fight early on without the anti-mage.
It looks like Patos is switching up his build. Gonna go for a Rod of Atos, just so they have some catch against Oliver. What a okay, perfect chainsawn's gonna be there, and AM finally getting caught out. This exotic Dare Orchid has been so impactful.
Oh, this is looking like trouble now. One death actually means so much for an anti-mage, and you know, you said he was gonna catch up to the Medusa, but doesn't seem very likely now, unless
Yeah,
they
the
kill off
gap.
the Medusa in return.
It's just that the cores are so high levels now. When you get killed, it's such a long death timer. Medusa going straight into a butterfly.
I think this has been his build like every game. I feel just Hurricane Pike, Master Madness, Butterfly.
All right, Kinguin supports Smoke Up. They always have the Prophet backup. Meanwhile, Dire though going on Patos. He got picked off farming his ancients.
Whatever. It's just Pugna.
Dire's middle tower
This is
under
Pugna's
attack.
life.
They're expecting AM to blink forward for this creep wave. It's looking very
Radiant's
juicy.
top tower is under attack.
Supports now rotate up top. And it's Medusa tanking for the siege unit. Hitting the tier 2s. That building is dead.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Now Penta walking in. Ice Blast gonna hit on point. Ooh, only on one. And now the Stone Gate's gonna get used. DNZ's gonna be dead. The bolt right on top of himself. Not gonna hit anybody. Boogie is gonna get brought down by Medusa as well. 2 clean kills.
Dire's
And
middle
is there gonna be
tower
any
is
split pushing from the anti-mage? No, he's just farming his own jungle. So Kinguin creates more space on the map. We'll take an ancient.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Pugna defends this bottom tower.
Tis mine.
Once he gets Rod of Atos, this anti-mage actually is gonna.
Well, he has
Trouble.
Lincolns now. Or, not Manta. So, I mean,
even- is Manta enough though? There's like a silence as well. So.
yeah, it just comes down to how they kind of layer the disables. Oh god.
Oh god.
Oh, now Manta's
Yeah,
used!
this is it.
Ice Blast gonna come in! This is gonna be
Oh, wait.
enough, Oliver? Gonna go down.
He canceled his TP on accident.
Did he?
Yeah. He actually would have made it.
And I don't
Like,
think
it-
the Ice
it-
Blast was on him, right?
It wasn't on him.
Yeah, it barely missed.
That's the thing. Yeah, he would have actually lived.
Boogie forced that forward to get off that stomp, and now they're gonna go right on him. Oh, nice defensive force staff. Nisha still barely surviving. He will die to this Earth Splitter. Oh, now he can. Snowball to the creeps. It's still alive right now. Force out to the high ground. Nisha's still alive. The defensive plays here from Kinguin. Out of this world. Now the Bruce split ends and Penta has to back up. Meanwhile, Pato's pushing on the bottom side. There's no Bruce split now. They can make a play. Holy shit, that save was huge. AM dies 2 times in a row. Nisha survives. And there's Butterfly finish. I think Kinguin just groups up with Butterfly to take an objective. Maybe it's Roche. Maybe it's a tier 2. But this is looking pretty big right now.
This is why Tusk gets banned out like every game.
Yeah. And you were saying that he even messed up the save, right, in the beginning.
No, he didn't mess it up. He wasn't able to do it because Panda threw him up in the air.
Ah, I see.
But they weren't able to kill off the Medusa in time, so the moment he comes back down, he snowballs to the correct target, like brings her up, and then force stabs her to the high ground. That was some sick play. I'm wet.
I do think that there should be a better indicator of where the snowball is facing. Like, because sometimes when there is a chaotic team fight like that, you just don't know. DNZ gonna get gone on here, and that is a Dusa force staffing forward aggressively to pick up the kill. And that's a tier 2.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
This most likely should be a Roshan attempt.
Oliver farming
Yeah.
ancient stack. Well, that's looking mighty scary. Yep, double damage on Nisha. And this is the beginning of the push, right? You get the Aegis. The clap's gonna hit.
I mean, it just slows him down.
Yeah. And he's got his Mana talent as well. Sorry for missing that one. Looks like Oliver picked up a kill onto Patos.
But they find Armen in return. I mean, this is starting to shape up like that first game we saw. It's like
Yeah.
very similar item matchups, right? Where Medusa had Aegis, Hurricane Pike, Butterfly, and then the anti-mage only had Battle Fury Manta. And there's really not much he can do.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Really rely on his team. Brewmaster does have Radiance now, though.
How big of an impact do you think that Radiance is?
If he manages to brew split,
Uh-huh.
and go through the whole team fight with it, I think it's like a very significant amount of damage. But
Do you feel that they need more damage or more survivability? Because I think AC is comparatively the same cost.
I think the thing is, like, they don't really need either.
Uh-huh.
They need their AM to come online. That's what they need. And he's about to finish his BKB, so that he can, actually defend. Like, apart from that, I think they do actually have all the tools they need to take a fight. I'm just a little worried for the Brewmaster. If he accidentally messes up and gets silenced,
Dire's top
that's
tower
like game
is
over
under
for
attack.
Penta.
Well, the Prophet is not showing right now. And let the push begin. Medusa is going to sit in the front line as the Aegis. And we'll straight up pop that Mask of Madness. That building is going down fast. AM, I think, trying to split push in the mid lane as we speak right now. Tier 3 going down. And now Pugna Blast could begin hurting the Raxus. AM almost at the tier 2 at this point. Nice X back here. They're trying to wear down the Dusa. Ice Blast going to be there. They blink on Arc. Arc gets off the split. And now they X back on Katsor. Stone Gaze going to be used trying to bail out his teammates. And now Katsor is stuck inside thanks to his own Ice Shard. AM joins the fight here. Katsor is still somehow alive. Oliver goes in. Oliver needs to blink back out. Katsor alive. And now Armen is going to defend himself. Finally, the Panda Brew Split it's going to take down here on the back line. But Nisha going to just straight up sit at the Raxus and start hitting the melees in range at the same time. Nisha now driven back by the Glyph. Glyph uses it defensively. Nice pickup by Arc. Arc even steals a gem on the back line. Does a curse onto Nisha just to slow it down. But now Arc in a lot of trouble. Glimmer Cape's going to keep him alive.
Great boss stuff right
I mean,
there.
yeah, Nisha just standing between your Raxes. Come at me. And that's it. That's the Rax.
Gonna get X.
Okay. His mana being wear down. He's slowed down. He's stunned up. The boat's going to be on top of him. Nisha going to get stunned. Okay, he's I think, dead here.
Wait, you want to wait out the Aegis?
I don't know if they could wait it out. So they take down the Aegis. He has absolutely no support from his team. Can you take him down again? Clap? Yeah, I think so. This man, and look at his HP dropping. He's going to try to fight his way out of this one. Try to take down Arman. Not going to do it. Argus not dominating. Alright, that was a pretty good recovery, but still. They've lost Rex.
See, that's the one time you notice the anti-mage destroying a Medusa. Is when he can freely just hit her with no consequence.
But that's so rare.
It's so rare, yeah. That's why it's like, on paper, anti-mage sounds like he's really good against Medusa, which I still think he is, but like you really have to put the pieces together before it actually works out. Otherwise, he's just gonna walk around and look like an idiot.
Ooh, if Prophet gets picked up here, that's a pretty big one. He's gonna go for a solo kill, but X-Torn's gonna fly out. And the bolt. Ice Blast gonna come in though. Ooh, did it not hit? Kofi might take him down. Oh, the BKB on Exotic there keeps himself alive, and now he needs to run from the briefcase, man. Anti-Mage is gonna come in. There's a kill with the Monovoid being expended. Eliza going for the counter kill on DNZ. Not gonna find it. And 2 more heroes being dead. They will recover the gem on Boogie.
Uh-oh. That was a really bad swing of events for Kinguin. Anti-Mage is has now passed up the Medusa in terms of net worth, and momentarily is going to have his butterfly, and it's going to be scary.
Winter's Curse being used on the back line. Medusa ports right back in. They're looking for the fight here. They see DNZ on the left side. He's going to go down. Gem hits the deck. And like you said, Oliver has not died in a while, and that butterfly is soon to be finished.
Alright, they did get back the gem though, so.
So what's next here for Kinguin? Push mid?
I think it's time to wait for Roshan again.
Just judging from how these fights happen, ends up happening, it seems like the Aegis and Cheese doesn't actually end up matter, right? Like the Aegis last time, they just eventually surrounded Nisha. But
no,
just...
I think it is important though, because like imagine if he didn't have the Aegis, then they'd actually try to kill her, right?
Just straight up jump on her. Just having the
yeah.
safety Aegis is all the difference.
Because you have that Aegis, like they're not going to want to target you. That's why he was able to take the Rax. So I think the Aegis is actually like really important for them, especially on a hero like Dusa.
Why does Nisha still have a Tango?
Why not?
It's like I never needed this one. Got him.
Keep it as a memento. Look, he's gonna move it into his inventory to eat it.
The best memento is the sheer Tango, dude. Nisha sitting the front line here. There is a Blink Dagger, so he could Blink save him, but instead he gets Blink punched. Mark, so okay. Uh-oh, X, Torrent, and a clap. There's a lot of stuns on Nisha, but again, like you said, it's hard to commit. Oliver now working towards Basher. Do you think Basher is better, or let's say MKB for that butterfly?
Radiant are scanning.
I guess he wants the Basher because he wants to deal with everyone else first. Like Medusa is like his last priority.
Yeah. I think that's a very likely case. I think Anti-Mage probably does more in a team fight if he blinks to the back and start chopping the supports. Then
Yeah, I think that's the
go
idea.
on Medusa, yeah.
Because you definitely want to get rid of someone like But yeah, right now, I think these engagements, a lot of it is going to come down to just how well people can initiate. Like, initiation is so important here. If for some reason Kinguin is ever able to start a fight off by killing off Brew, it's just like the fight's just over. And I think if Penta are able to jump into
God.
Brew,
Cotswords just blink right into an Anti-Mage.
I mean, he's not afraid.
Nice. Anti-Mage coming in here as well.
is under attack.
I think we are getting to a point where Kinguin is not as strong anymore. Meanwhile, backdoor here by Exotic Deer. Range Rax being hit pretty hard. AM? Anybody defend this Rex? Oh, the micro away from the splash. Except that splash radius is huge. Alright, that's
That's
about
a lot of range damage.
that's already a lot of damage. And you could do that over and over again.
Surprised they haven't gone for the shrines yet.
Patos going for the Aghanim's. I guess you would upgrade to Crep, right? At 20 as a talent. Making it last 5.5 seconds. That's a long time for somebody to be not able to get right-clicked. Pretty
Not a
good
bad
versus...
choice.
Yeah.
I still think I think the heal is actually still better. Because he's gonna go for the scepter, so I think the heal is actually better.
Okay. We'll see which one he takes. There we go. Kinguin smoked up. Roshan is... Oh man. It'll be so super unfortunate because they'll miss the check. But there's a treant in there. Alright, Roshan spawns. They could just sneak it. And that's what they do here.
Man, he's so strong. He's got that MKB as well.
Yep. And that's Aegis and Cheese.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Immediately, they're looking to fight here. It's going to be Wyvern getting caught out. They throw the bolt right on top of him, but there is no save. Brewmaster Split's going to get used on the back line. Medusa doesn't care. So that's Brew Split down. And Exotic Dare is pressuring top. This is looking really bad. AM trying to split push. And maybe, hopefully, force somebody to TP back. Meanwhile, look at this Brewmaster. Just kind of
He's gonna get
wasting
caught.
time.
He's right here. You know,
He blinks. He's fine.
Dire's structure
Range Rax is already getting hit a lot. AM will get the tier 2. And probably will straight blink on the tier 3. There's a buyback on the Wyvern. But here comes Medusa. Straight up hitting the mid tower instead. AM's already at the Raxus. Medusa getting controlled up. Spending a lot of time not right clicking on anything. AM getting the tier 3 already. The Raxus going down very fast. Great Earth Splitter takes down Katsor. The bow on Nisha as well. Nisha has Aegis and Cheese.
yeah,
AM,
look at the racks. They're just going down. Exotic
Raxus.
Deer is taking top.
Oliver has taken the one lane of Rax. He now finally comes back to fight. But all of these Raxes are dropping very low. Oliver dropping very low despite popping that BKB. Nisha just pops the ult for the Raxes. AM chops support in the backline. Medusa is chopping Raxes and the whole team. Nisha being controlled up. I think he is going to go for Megas. His Aegis will trigger here. Okay. Inching closer and closer. He now moves the cheese to his inventory. Ice Blast on top of Oliver. And now they're going to go on to Nisha. Nisha's controlled up. Pop the cheese, pop the cheese. He does pop the cheese. He will die here, I think. I say that, though. He pushes him away. Oliver still right-clicking. There's that bash. Oliver needs to blink away, and they finally do get the Medusa. 4 dead. Looks like AA did use that buyback, but this is Mega Creeps already. Against one lane of Rax down. It seems like Medusa is still the king. Or rather, the queen.
That was pretty close. They went all in on trying to take the Megas, and they did do so in the end. I think it was really close. But I think this might be all-in moment. I don't know. I don't think you want to like sit around and try to fight Megas.
It was so scary that AM popped his BKB and tried to fight near the Medusa and just almost died by doing so. Like, AM's just not tanky enough. Alright.
This is it.
Arc in the base. They want to force out that Medusa buyback. If they force out Medusa buyback, they maybe have a chance and then kill her again.
They just
here.
have to go for this, like this, yeah. Tier 4s.
Arc. I mean, there's that the crap. They want to bait him to use that Manta or the BKB. Either one's fine.
Yeah,
There's
in
a
this
decrep
situation-
again.
Yeah,
The-
in
the-
this situation, I would take that talent for sure.
Yeah, Ice Blast coming in here, and that's gonna hit on top of Oliver. That is a dead Brewmaster. He blinks in, but he now gets stunned. Ooh, God. Patos gets Force Staff back in. He's fine. Patos dies to the Radiance, and here comes that Medusa buyback. Look at the split shot. Brewmaster has to use the split here. Medusa gets thrown up in the air. Tier 4 is under siege here. And on the back line, Patsor looks like he's going to go down as well. So far, looking pretty good for Penta, except Oliver dropping very low. He's getting healed up for now. Stone Gaze, they want to actually stun him. No, he's going to be fine. He's facing a Ray. Great curse on the back line here. That's going to chop him down. That is Prophet being dead, but Wyvern, Brewmaster, they are all dying one by one. Yeah, there's no buyback whatsoever, and I think Prophet is already throwing at this point as we speak. Oliver trying to chop down Patos. He is going to take him dead, but Throne at this moment is dying, and it is dead. Kinguin will be your EU representative for the StarLadder. A very strong finish here. 2 games, 2 deuce of victory, showing that they know the hero very, very well.
Yeah, deuce and nerf for what? Look at this. Team Kinguin just constantly beating teams that are higher on the
The
MMR
Ghost
boards.
the Ghost Gamer rating? Oh, okay, the MMR
no.
boards.
Yeah, I mean, look at the Penta side. They got 4 red rapiers, and then Kinguin only has 5 normal rapiers.
I mean, 2 of them don't even play clubs. They're not even ranked. So,
MMR is just a number.
badge is just a badge.
Badge.
Alright, guys. That's going to do it here for this StarLadder coverage. I hope you guys enjoyed the EU coverage from Steven, or Aos in Dota, and myself. You can follow him at Aos in Dota, and myself at Luminous Inverse. Any closing words before we end the stream here?
Nothing much really. I'm just I think like the thing about the recent patch is that not too much has changed. I think a lot of the heroes are still really, really strong. The only one that really got hit hard, I think, was Morphling.
Yes.
Yeah, and apart from that, I think we're gonna see, you know, a lot of similar stuff. If not, you know, maybe someone will, or some teams will come up with more creative ideas for the next upcoming tournaments. But other than that, you know, excited to see how Kinguin do in this tournament as well. They went from just missing out qualifiers to qualifying for almost everything now. So they're just on the way up.
And that's it. Happy holidays for those of you guys, and be nice. Go hug your parents. I'm sure they would enjoy it. And we will see you next time. Bye, guys.